And we are back. Sorry for the delay there, Explore community. Hey, so what the issue was, we were not in tournament draft, which is what we are supposed to play per regulations. So we had to remake the lobby and get back in. And as you can see, we honored all the things that happened prior. We have Wukong, Jinx, and Yone banned from our team, and we went ahead and banned out Pantheon, Set, and Nunu. As you can see, they have chosen Galio, Bane, and Jarvan on their side so far, as we've taken Alawi for our top lane, Annie for our mid lane, and Ezreal's going to be our ADC down in the bot lane. While we're here, I'll take a moment to kind of explain the rift that we're about to be on. You can see here this giant square of a map. There are two bases, one that's blue, one that's red. The Westlake Charter High School team is on the red side this time. And the idea is we need to get across the map and take out their blue nexus before they get across the map and take our red nexus. We each have 5 champions to make the job happen. There'll be a top laner that goes along the top, and then a top laner that goes along the top here. They'll battle it out. There'll be a champion in the mid lane for each team. They go 2 deep in the bot lane for each team, and then in here where you see the trees, that's the jungle, and there'll be a jungler going back and forth, making plays happen throughout the game. So it looks like they have banned out some further ones. Lux, which is a ban for one of our support players, and Kha'Zix as well. They've also banned out Swain and banned out Leona. And we've taken on Cho'Gath, who will most likely be our jungler. The other team, South High School, is hovering over Ornn, which would likely be their top laner. But Ornn is a utility player and can play a lot of different roles. And then Echo got picked. Let's see who they pick last, and then we will respond. They took Ornn, and we will take Heimerdinger. All right, they're going to take their roles, their positions. Here you have the top lane. You have the jungle will go here. And then in the middle here is mid lane, and the 2 bot laners. We should have Ezreal coming down and Alawi going up. Or is Heimerdinger going top? Oh, I just see him up on top. Had to confer with the team. Oh, it's in random order. I see. We're not going to stack them in the order that we need. All right, so what's going to happen here? They're preparing their loadout. They are choosing their summoner spells, which I'll explain when we get into the game. And as I was saying before, it's all about taking out the nexus of each team. But once this loadout is done, there is going to be about a 2 to 3 minute delay so that we cannot see it live, so that we can't stream live in Sheet. At which time we'll take a pause and come and bring the feedback live to you once we are able to spectate. We'll see you back here in just a moment, Explorers. Back in 3 minutes. And we're back. Here we go, explorers. Now, as you can see here, we are on the blue side. This is South High School. I will move on here and bring the map all the way up the mid lane to where our champions. This is the Westlake Charter High School team. Here you have Super Breadstick up on the top lane. He's heading out with his Alawi character at the top lane. They're all taking their roles. As we see here, you have Annie running the mid lane. And then we have, let's see, we got CD coming over here, hanging out in the jungle before the minions spawn. Oh, they've grouped up as a 3, but look what the blue team has done. South High School is out in their positions. Sometimes there's some spicy action that happens before minions spawn. Let's see what's going on. All right, well, nothing happened. Oh, it looks like Heimerdinger is kind of pushing over to see what he can see. Oh, will we have some action? Oh, taking some stabs right away. Early game action. But now the blue team knows he's in there. Well, and it faded as fast as it started. Let's take a look over here with Ornn is running through the jungle, and we have Alawi up here waiting. Now, Alawi has a special ability to be able to lay down these tentacles that can smash other champions as they pass through. But as Alawi walks away from them, they will die off. Oh, we have the blue team down here kind of joining up here. And you notice here with the champions in the brush, that means they cannot be seen by the opposing team when they're in those bushes. Here we have we got my Matcha and Bootleg over here, getting ready to face off. Now, the minions have spawned. Now, this is the whole point of the first part of the game, which is the laning phase. Now, these minions are slowly dying out, and if a champion can, administer the last hit to a minion, they get gold for it. And you can then go back to your base and buy items to scale your champion up. Now, you can see that Bootleg is playing back with Annie because this, my Matcha player here, is super well ranked, and so she's playing safe back here in the back of the lane, getting her XP, trying to get some last hits, but doesn't want to feed and give deaths. Now in the bot lane, we have some action going on. It looks like Westlake Charter School is pushing towards the turret here. Now, as this action is happening, you can see there's one turret. If a champion from another team comes in that circle within its range, it will fire, and within a few shots will take a fatal blow to a champion. And so, as you can see, they have the health bar here. Once you strike that down, you take the turret down. You push further down in your lane. There's a second turret. That's the inner turret. There's a third turret, inhibitor, which allows for the spawning of super minions. 2 final turrets, and then the Nexus. Let's scroll on back here. I think we'll let the directed camera kind of take over for a bit. Let the AI figure out what's going on. We have some action up at the top lane. We can see Alawi's taking some good stabs here on Ornn, taking some nice trades. Alawi has the ability where you can pull the soul out of a player and feed on it while they're away. Those are some great trades going on there in the top lane. It's a good start for Alawi, but as Alawi is over there with Super Breadstick controlling her, she has to be careful that the jungler doesn't come up here from the other team and cause a 2v1 situation. She's got to play safe. If she overextends in here, it could be a bad call for everybody. So, let's go see what's happening. Heimerdinger's already pushing up to mid lane to see if he can support Annie in the mid lane. Let's see how it goes. And Annie's kind of hiding out. Heimerdinger's in the brush, doesn't want to be seen. And is going to come out for a quick little... Oh, and takes a miss, but it was worth a shot. Oh, we see some pings down the bottom lane. Oh, looks like People's Hello is asking for help. He's getting 2v1 in the bot lane. Sorry, explorers. Quick technical deal here. And we'll get back to the game. All right, so Heimerdinger, controlled by CD over here, came back down to help out. And we're back at the game. Hiding out. Here come the champions from the South High School team here. Taking their pokes. Setting up their trades. We got some... Looks like Annie's holding her own against the mid laner here. So, let's see. Yeah, the Jarvan holding up level per level. And as we look here, here's how we could really... Let's rearrange our players. So Jarvan's playing mid. The Ornn is in the top. And here we go. And then Galio is playing in the bot. And we have, looks like, in the bot lane. No. I think we got it right. I got to rearrange these because they didn't organize them as they should have. Once we have them there, then we can actually do comparisons. Like you can see here, this shows how many last hits they've taken. So Ornn has 23, while Alawi in the top lane has 22. They're pretty evenly matched, and they both have not gone back to base to buy items yet. As we're in the jungle, we're tied 32-32. And then Annie is getting definitely outscaled here in the mid lane, though. And then we have a pretty even matchup in the bot lane as well. So, but also lots of items being produced by Ezreal already, so he's leveling up and scaling. Let's head back to some action. Alright, we have our jungler here, Dusky, headed through clearing camps. Now, as a jungler, you go from top to bottom of the map, or bottom to top. And then these little coves, there's these different monsters. And so Dusky's over here, clearing them out, leveling up. And what typically will happen is after a jungler clears their camps, they'll look to see if they can make a play wherever they are. So now that Dusky is coming up top, he's going to come see if there's a play that could be had over here to make something happen. So here he clears the Krugs in the top of his jungle. But Alawi's over here saying, where is this player? Because, well, since they're missing and we're pushing our minions in, go back to base and purchase some things. That's probably what Ornn did as well. Down here we have my matches still going for it. All alone. Annie's still there. Oh, no, that's Heimerdinger. Coming in for the action. We'll go to direct to camera and let Riot take over for the camera now. In the bot lane, you have People's Hello with Ezreal 2v1ing the ADC and support. Now, ADC stands for Attack Damage Carry. Back over here. Now, typically the bot lane, you have your Attack Damage Carry, and then you have a support player who's there to back them up and help them out. Mid lane action going on. Lots of farming still with the minions. Ornn is back in the top lane. Alawi's taking some trades here with him. Oh, and Annie's getting poked. Lots of action happening here. Lots of spicy action in the laning phase of the game. Now, no objectives have been taken. If you notice at the top here, there's this dragon symbol. There's this rift symbol, a turret symbol. No turrets have been taken. No objectives have been taken either. I'll come down here in the map on this little area here. And here, at certain points of the game, will spawn either what's called a Rift Herald or the Baron. Down here are where dragons spawn. There is a dragon that spawned. And for every time a team takes a dragon, they gain extra stats. If a team can take 4 dragons in a game, they'll help scale in a massive way. Okay, so my matcha has to be pushed off the turret, taking some chunks away, trying to scale for their team and become a threat. And here you have the Scuttle Crab being taken. Once that Scuttle Crab is taken, they'll go over here and create vision for the other team to see if they're trying to take an objective. Looks like Annie had based, purchased some items, is coming back. Let's take a look at our things here. So we've got 38-46. Alawi is outperforming Ornn in the top lane. It's fantastic. And we have our jungler slightly ahead. It's really in the mid lane that we have Annie not doing as well. That could be a problem later in the game. But our bot lane is also ahead. So right now, technically, Westlake Charter School is ahead in the stats. There's been one death. Our mid laner took a death. But that's about all that's happened. So it's still anyone's game. Oh, Alawi takes a reach, but misses. You can see here, I'm going to keep it up in this top lane. Ornn is not doing so hot and has to play back by the turret to stay safe and be protected. The wave has come in, and he's farming. Taking those last hits. You see the little gold there. And it looks like now Ornn is a special character. This champion is able to actually forge his own items and not have to go back to base. One of his special abilities. But Alawi's over here pushing the wave, taking last hits, getting gold. And Ornn stayed inside of lane. Didn't go back to regenerate his health. So we'll see. He's going to play it safe back here. Now, in these moments where Orin has to stay put, Alawi went and placed a ward. That's what it's called. The ward here gives vision, so now you can see that like Alawi will be able to see if someone's coming up the river for a gank to 2v1 and create a kill. But now Orin is still in this lane, and so we'll see if Alawi is able to take some more poke damage away and maybe get a kill. Now back here we have Annie. Just took another death. It's all right, though. It's all right. We're not down for the count by any means yet. And here we have Dusky taking more camps down in this bot part of their jungle. But in the bot lane, they're pushing into this turret. They're playing a lot of a pressure over here. And if they can reach past this turret, they might be able to get a kill. Annie has respawned, coming back in the mid lane. And it looks like my Matcha is taking a trip back to base to rescale. You can see here, my Matcha has pulled in quite a few items. They're scaling nicely. They have the highest CS of the game, meaning their most last hits, therefore most gold. Oh, and People's Hello goes down. Let's see if they can make a play happen. And CD takes a kill. So that's a 1-for-1 trade here in the bot lane. Oh, and CD goes down for the trade. Oh, but it looks like our turret took out the other remaining one. It's a 2v2 trade in the bot lane. And now these minions will just sit here and fight it out. Annie's getting poked back to turret yet again. Now you can see this champion, my Match's champion, is at level 10 while Annie's at level 8. That kind of a difference is dangerous for Annie. There is no way Annie can fight that. She's got to sit back behind turret and play safe. Here we have the jungler coming back through to clear some camps. And again though, Alawi's over here poking Ornn, keeping Ornn at bay from scaling or creating any massive plays for the game. Ooh, looks like we have a big team up here. We've got Dusky with the Cho'Gath clearing camps out. We got Annie and Bootleg and CD together. Maybe teaming up on my Matcha. If they can take down my Matcha for a kill, that would change the course of the game. Because when you have a champion who's scaling, there'll be a reward on their head. For example, right here, extra 150 gold for a kill on this champion because they're so good right now. We'll see what happens. And Annie's down. My Matcha is scaling off, feeding off of that champion. People's Hello down in the bot lane. Taking some poke, but running back to turret. Still doing that 2v1 so that Heimerdinger could go try to help Annie in the bot lane. And Heimerdinger in the mid lane just to stop the extra scaling that's going on over there. And we got People's Hello with Ezreal in the bot lane holding it down 2v1. Oh, and there's the Rift Herald. That's one of the objectives. Looks like the South High School took the Rift Herald and spawned it here in the mid lane to come take down this turret. But it looks like it's died, but it took a big amount of chunk of damage into that turret. Mid lane is going to be where this game goes down, I bet. And we have Dusky going back to base. People's Hello still down the bot lane, 2v1ing. And here we have Ornn, who is super low, but look, here comes the gank from the jungler. Alawi's taking some poke. Ornn comes in for the kill with his ult, but Alawi escapes the 2v1 and pokes him down pretty hard. They both walk out licking their wounds after trying to take down Alawi. Let's see what Alawi does here. Alawi uses a potion to heal. See that, the green bubbles there, regenerating some health. So now Alawi has to be a little more careful because while Ornn is low, now Alawi is also in killable range. And if this champion here, let's see where they go. Here they go. They might be coming back for another gank. Nope. Looks like they're still just sitting there. Alawi might take a kill here. But Ornn's playing it safe and heading back. Oh, but here comes... Oh, it's going to be a 3v1. Alawi is down. But now with 3 champions up here, it gives an opportunity for some plays to happen for the Westlake Charter High School team. For example, Dusky's taking a dragon because the whole team, for the blue side, went up top to make a kill. Looks like it'll be uncontested. The blue team will not be able to make it in time before Dusky takes this dragon down. Let's see how it rolls down. And it looks like blue knows they can't contest it, so they're just going to give the dragon up. That was a good response. While we may have taken a death with the Lowy, Westlake Charter School takes the objective to this dragon. Dusky pays the price for this, though. You can see the dragons poking them down. Dusky tries to pull the dragon out of the pit, and there it is. Now you can see here, this type of dragon, if it will allow me to click on it, which it's not for some reason. Well, we'll go up there later. Oh, Tibbers is on the scene. That's Annie's ultimate ability. Tibbers the bear comes out and will just thrash on champions. Now we have a bunch of Westlake Charter High School players. Oh, this is South High School right here, all blue team, who came down to clear the bot lane. So here we're 6-2 in deaths. And they're coming mid lane. Here we still have... Ornn went back to base to regenerate health. Now it's a full health bar versus full health bar here. We'll see how this plays out. We have these two. There's Tibber still with Annie, the big giant bear that will just 100% slash on champions. But Tibbers is down. We have to wait for that ability to regenerate. Here we have these two bot laners coming back through. And Heimerdinger holding it down in mid lane, stopping that turret from being crushed. Now up here, oh look, Dusky's taking the other Rift Herald that spawned. So now we'll have a second objective under our belt. If Dusky's able to take this uncontested, he'll be able to take it to a turret and take it down. Now, the Rift Herald here does not take the kind of damage that the dragon. Dusky is standing pretty strong still. It's more a matter of time and making sure no one comes and traps you in this pit and takes you down for trying to take the Rift Herald. Rift Herald goes down. Dusky picks up the eye of the Rift Herald. The question is, where will it be dropped? Now, Ornn is up here all alone. What will happen? Places some ward for vision. Dusty's going to keep on going through. Ooh, Ezreal just had a shutdown. Nice kill. Took him down. And so we still have Heimerdinger run by CD over here in the mid lane, but it's going to have to run off and avoid all that poke damage. We'll sit back here and see how directed camera can predict the action. Dusky's clearing camps. We have Heimerdinger over here, holding back my Matcha. Let's see again, the top lane is still evened out. Our junglers, Dusky has slid ahead with his Cho'Gath. Mid lane, though, that is a massive imbalance. That's going to hurt later on in the game. However, our bot lane has done massively better than theirs. So again, it really could scale either which way. Yeah, this Mecha, the Echo played by my Matcha is just could be a major threat later. Lowy's holding down top lane. You can see they're both pretty matched evenly. Down in the bot lane, they're putting pressure. You can see here that Bootleg has come down in bot lane to support, while Heimerdinger's holding it up in the mid lane. They've kind of switched positions for now. Said, hey, you're feeding in the mid lane. You got to come down bot lane. Just help this way. Just support our Ezreal, run by People's Hello. DD coming back down the river with Heimerdinger.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And we took down a turret. You can see down in the bot lane, this turret has been crumbled. So we are the first to take a turret. We have taken a rift. We have taken a dragon. They have not taken a dragon. And they have not taken a turret. They have more kills, which means more gold. So again, this game could go any way at this point. Oh, and CD is down. Heimerdinger is dead. Now it looks like South High School's poking at this. Oh, that was a nice shot by Peoples. Oh, and took him down. Great play by Peoples. Hello. And now it's 2 turrets down for Westlake, 1 turret down for South High School. They still have their objectives have not been done, but we still have a dragon on our side. Up, Dusky's got 2v1 and is down. Got caught in between 2 champions in the bot lane. They're going to go back, regenerate their health, buy some items. Ornn taking care of Alawi's obnoxious tentacles, which smack at champions. We're going back to base. Heimerdinger setting up all the little remote... I don't know what to call those things. South High School pushes up the bot lane. And he's over here all alone. Looks like there's some action at the dragon. Will they make a steal? No, uncontested. South High School takes the dragon. Now, they took the Infernal Dragon, which gives the team 5% attack damage boost and ability power. I don't know why this won't show me over here. And Peoples escapes with like 2 HP. Oh, and is down. My matcha is scaling. All that feeding done early is allowing for massive power spike happening right now in the game. 4 kills, 0 deaths, and 2 assists on my matcha. It seems like my matcha is going to be the reason this game turns in favor of South High School. But we'll see. Still not down. We have CD and Bootleg still in the bot lane. Holding it down. Ornn clearing out all of Alawi's annoying tentacles. They're pushing the bot lane back. We have the South High School jungler clearing camps. Coming down the bot line to assist. Alawi still taking that poke at Ornn. This could be an interesting matchup over here. Oh, Ornn continues to get oh, but now my match is coming up to settle the score. And Alawi's down. Wherever my match shows up, it's sure to be doomed. Looks like our bot lane is on the run. A scuffle here in the river. People's hello is down. South High School is flexing their lead they've taken from the laning phase and are right now scaling even further by taking teamed up deaths. And it looks like Dusky is going to be down. 14 kills to 4, South High School. Ornn crafts some new items. Remember, Ornn doesn't have to return back to base. Played by brother Hassan. CD's here. Fusion skills shows up on the scene. And Fusion may be stopped, but now it's a 3v2 situation, even though Tippers is on the scene, and he goes down, and so does Heimerdinger.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Blue team double kill.
We got South High School is now pushing at the turrets that are near the base. Now, as long as these are standing, we're doing okay. But they're using all of that gold from earlier on in the laning phase of the game to be able to now start crushing on Westlake Charter High School. Alawi going back to the top lane, try to get some farm here, clear the wave. Ezreal has now gone mid lane, run by People's Hello, cruising through, looking for some farm. Really, if Westlake is looking to come back, it's going to be all about objective buffs, where they get extra power from their objective gains. It's going to be difficult because South High School can easily contest them with the power spikes they have. Seems like everyone's kind of separated out. There's no grouping currently right now, with the exception of Alawi getting teamed up 3v1. Alawi's on the run, trying to make an escape. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Echo came and just drove it home. But with all the players up top, it gives the players from Wesley Charter School a chance to make a play elsewhere. Let's see if they'll capitalize. Here we have Heimerdinger coming around. Now, a new objective here is the Baron Nasher. The Baron is a massively powerful monster, but if taken, gives them huge strength buff to the entire team for 3 minutes for whoever slays it. Now, whoever slays it is whoever administers the last hit. You see Heimerdinger hanging out over here, watching the power level, and made through a last-second spike in. Oh, but Echo, played by my Matcha, is not going to let him hang out there, because if they can lay in the last hit, they will take the buff. So here comes CD again. Let's see if we can make the steal. Oh, blue team takes it. And Wesley Charter didn't. Oh, and CD goes down for their efforts. So now you can see they all have this purple spiral below them, which means they have the Baron buff for the next 3 minutes. Now, if the champion is killed during this time, they lose their buff. But now, with their power spike and the Baron buff, they're kind of unstoppable. They're going to push some turrets in the bot lane here. They're pretty much uncontestable. Now, also, you'll see these minions have taken on a glow. Any minions that are touched by champions with a buff are able to then buff their minions as well. So they're just going in. They're going to start crushing these lanes. Looks like bot lane's going to be their focus. Here we had a bunch of champions come back to their base to start defending as they push in. Oh, and we have some technical difficulties here. Oh, and it looks like we got kicked out because the game was over. Oh, I see what it was a surrender. It was a surrender. We will come back, even though it shouldn't have killed the view for us. That was some kind of a technical difficulty.